Well, guys, how's it going today? So we are live streaming, and I guess they've done something different now, and now I can have my phone sideways, apparently. So now I can, you guys should be seeing it full screen mode now, hopefully. So I'm just, gonna scan through the channels here. Not speaking English, but they're within range, apparently. So, tell me if you guys are seeing this full screen now as well. I was never able to do that before with my, before that update, so. Yeah, we are down here in the bush. They're not even speaking English. But I don't know how good the signal will be because I'm by trees, so if it's too bad, let me know. But anyways, it just got done raining out, if you guys are wondering. Not a lot. I don't even think we even got a quarter of an inch. Just a little, more like a sprinkle. Just enough to, dampen stuff, That's about it, so. Something's going on there. So. Yeah. I don't know why Channel 4 has always had more racket to it than any other channel. Never understood that. Must be something about Channel 4. It's just like, you can hear truckers. So there's not much going on. I did mow down here. As you can tell, I did mow it. I'm not gonna go in there because I don't know if it would, if the signal would stay or not. I'd probably end up losing it. It already kind of gave me a warning that it was kind of a weak signal. And he's not English either. But yeah, there's not much going on. Maybe, let's see here. Way over there in the distance, you can see those funky looking clouds. That looks like bad storm clouds. Looks like it's raining over there. And over there. It's definitely nasty looking. Definitely nasty looking. Actually, my mother said that she was outside or in the garage, and she said that she heard, or she seen a big bolt of lightning to our south. I didn't see it, but I heard the thunder. So, it was kind of interesting. We kind of did need the rain anyway, because it was kind of dry out. And the last last few days, they have had us in for a, well, it was during the wind advisory, because we had a wind advisory, because it was so bloody windy here. They also had us in for a, fire warning, because it was so bloody dry here. It didn't seem like it, but it was. I guess in the ground it was dry enough. So, that's okay. I didn't really want it to rain, but it did. Ooh, there's a lot of squeaking in that one. So, yeah. So let's see how that looks now. I don't know if that looks any better or not. Channel 5's got some activity. So, I was going to call Case IH today. but then I kind of realized that it's Saturday and they're not opened. But I called anyway, just to see if they... I don't know if they worked half a day. I know, because some companies will work half a day and then some won't. Some do and some don't. So, but I called in the afternoon, so I figured, well, they must have... If they do work half a day, they'd be closed. But I figured I'd try it anyway. And, yeah, no answer, of course, but no big deal. It's not an emergency part anyway. Took a little bit of time to figure out what that part was called. It's not the engine. I'm not fixing the engine, even though I should be doing it to get it done and over with. The young guy said he'd do it. When he'll ever get here, I don't know. He's still busy. So, but I was gonna call Case IH for that red lens that I'm missing my tail light, and I didn't know what it was called. So I had to. I looked it up in the book. The book wasn't really calling it anything. So I had to kind of just look around. I eventually found it. No, actually what I ended up doing was I ended up going to the tractor itself, because the last owners of the tractor had replaced that lens, and then of course the other one, that one, it fell off because it was old. So I was able to, luckily on that lens, it had the part number, and that's an actual up-to-date current part number, so that came in handy. So I'm going to have to order another one, get that done, and then I'm going to attempt, or try to at least anyway, order another LED light for the back. Then I'll have the back done, unless I want to add more, but if I can get the factory ones in the back done, I would be good. I can hear a razor running around. So, kind of sucks that it's Saturday, because I kind of wanted to see if they'd order that part, but they wouldn't have it in stock. And of course, why not, right? They probably weren't going to have it in stock anyway, but they can order it. It's still going to be like another 2 weeks probably before I even have to go anywhere. So, like, I'm not in a hurry for it. But they are talking snow, and in about a week, it's going to be a little bit of rain first with a little bit of sleet, you know, in it. And then a couple days later, after that, it's supposed to snow. So, I gotta get the snowplow ready for this freaking thing. Even though my hook is bad, I still gotta be able to use it a little bit. So, I gotta get the snowplow ready. And yeah, it's 6 o'clock. That's how loud that damn thing is. It was 5:45 when I left, so there you go. Yeah. That's how loud that thing can get sometimes. So, yeah. That's a very loud siren. So, still there's traffic there on the radio. Channel 5, but. So there's not much going on. What the hell is that? That was weird. I don't know if you guys heard. Yeah, those are Mexicans. You can't even understand them. That's great. So, they're on channel 18 now. They were on channel 24 before. That's weird. Yeah, now channel 24 is just dead. So, I don't know. I'll call Case IH Monday and order that part. They can get it in. It'll probably take them... Well, they can use the overnight parts, but they don't really need to with this one, because it's going to be, like I said, another week or two probably even have to go. So, but I want to call too and get a price check on it. It shouldn't really be a lot because it's just a chunk of plastic. So, but when you got to order it from the Case IH actual dealer, they up the prices by a lot. So, and I know that LED light, or that lens they put on before, the last owners, that new one, they had that. They must have ordered it right directly from Case IH, because it was that part number matched up onto their website, and it had the IH symbol stamped in it too. So, figured, well, it had to have been the real thing, which was good. So I got lucky on that one. Well, I guess I'm on channel 36. But anyways, ooh, that didn't sound good. My grandma had to go get some feed, or some chop, whatever, some crap for the animals. We get that from the young guy. And they went there, and he didn't have anything. He just had some regular grain, which will work. He says he hasn't had time to grind anything, because I think he's busy with cattle. So that could probably take a while yet. So who even knows when the damn tractor will get fixed? That'll be an interesting thing to see. But if it don't get fixed, it don't get fixed. I'm not going to really worry about it. I'll just have to fix it myself then come spring. So, again, I'll have to figure out what that part number is too. So, freaking phone. What's going on? Welcome to a boring live stream out in the woods of trees that look like they have diseases. Not really too sure why they're doing that, but they are. That is annoying. Now there's someone on channel 1. So we'll see what goes on. Hopefully we can get a hold of IH on Monday. Hopefully they'll be opened. And, ouch. And we can get some parts. And then I'll try to order that LED light if I can. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so the CB on the house still doesn't do anything. It doesn't get out to the truck stop. Big Red, I think, could do it, no problem, but just for some reason the house radio can't. I don't know why. It's like it's some kind of a stupid... I don't know if that antenna's just that weak that it can't pierce through all these trees or what, but, it's the same amount of trees going to the other end of town, and goes through there all just fine. So, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. So, have to, I guess, save up money for a bigger antenna, so... What's going on there, IH? Well, it's going alright. It's raining. It was raining a little bit ago. With some intense, well, not intense, I shouldn't say that. One good lightning bolt and some thunder. It passed. It's all back over yonder. Going up into Canada, so I don't know. That might weaken. They were saying rain for us, but that was... We didn't get really much for rain, so... Raining this morning, huh? Yeah, they were saying it was supposed to rain anytime from last night to, I guess, today. So, yeah, it was sunny here yesterday, I think. Yeah, a little bit. So, but as you can tell, it's cloudy as frig out, so Don't really know if there's going to be any more rain coming or not. I didn't check the radar before I left, but whatever. I've driven in rainstorms before, so. Well, I haven't ran the 1586 in a while. The last time I ran it is when I used it to pull out the fence post. No, we did not fix the injector yet. I'm still waiting for the young guy to show up, but we went over to his place to get some grain, and he says that he's busy dealing with cattle. He hasn't even had time to make chop yet. That's what we were wanting, is chop. He hasn't even had time. So when the 1586 will get fixed, I don't know. I am going to order a part from Case IH on Monday, and then I'm going to order another LED light on payday. So I think I know what's ticking though. I think I've seen that. If you take the hood off, you can see it real good though. So it looks like it's actually rubber, but it's not. So it probably would be an easy fix because it looks like it's right there on top. But whatever that part number is called, I don't know. I'd have to, or whatever the part number is, I'd have to look it up. Try to figure it out. So, well, it's gonna have to get done at some point because you can't let it be like that forever. Like I said, I don't think it hurts the engine. It just doesn't sound good. So, if it doesn't get fixed sometime this fall, I'll have to fix it in the spring, and I'll have to just do it myself. Even though I don't really need the tractor for anything important, but, you know, got to get it fixed. So, I am going to order that other light thing, and then that lens. Got lucky with the lens, though. Got real lucky with that one. But, still going to have to order another one or a new one. Hopefully that won't be an expensive part. So, yeah, it's a pretty good tractor. Believe it or not, that is my dream tractor right there. It's, you know, a 1586. That was my dream tractor. Now, since I know what they're like, which I should have figured that anyway, because, you know, all 86 series tractors are the same, regardless of how they're geared. It's a good tractor. I missed the 4-speed, but the 3-speed's alright. And there's a deer right there, and that deer's not scared of me. Hi. How you doing? I see you over there. It's a female, by the way. Oh, here comes her bait. Oh, Jesus. Hello, there's... You guys were in the field. Why are you coming over here? Oh, that's because the trail's over there. That's why. There's some deer over there. A mom and her 2 babies, and... That looks like another female. I don't know. They're all leaving. Deer population. Oh, that is a male. Oh, great. Oh, get the knife out. Here we go. No, I'm just kidding. That's a male. I knew we had a male around here. I have not seen a male yet this year. His horns are short. Wow. Okay, I just seen a male deer for the first time in 3 years. It's been 3 years, I think, since I've last seen a male deer. Okay, whatever. But yeah, the 1586 tractor there, it's gonna get an overhaul. Well, I shouldn't say really an overhaul. It's gonna get some much needed love, I think, this spring. Especially since now I know that Northern Tool sells the stuff that I want for it. Not cheap, of course, you know, I figure, but it's easier from Northern Tool than it is to go to your... Better than going to K&M or actual Case IH. I think they charge a lot more. But I think the 1586 is going to get a new, what do you call that? Headliner. Because I see now that they make them in like a one piece. Instead, because I think back in the day it used to, I don't know if it was multiple pieces or if that's how they actually did it originally. But Northern Tool sells the headliner kit in black. So I think it's factory colored. And then they have my that step too, that K&M step. It's the 3 step, not the 4 step. So gonna probably upgrade that come spring too, cause that step's bent. And I mean, I could weld it and it'd be good again, but I'm gonna keep it. Like, I'm not gonna get rid of it, cause it'll be a good spare or a backup. The original one, I'll probably actually just fix it up a little bit and you know, weld it back together and save it. But wouldn't mind trying out the K&M steps, see how they turn out. The other step's just fine. It's perfect, so I'm not gonna touch it. But you know how that can go. So yeah, I'm hoping also to get the 1586 on the rake next year. Got to get some kind of a use out of it. I mean, yeah, we did break some ground. We chisel plowed that one year, and then this year we cultivated. So I mean, we did get some use out of it, but you know, got to get some more. You got to get some more use out of it, right? So I'm gonna fix up that old New Holland rake that we got, that old New Holland 56 rake, and see how it handles it. So I've never heard of that website, so you're gonna have to leave that as a comment later on, so I remember that, because I don't see the comments, you know, when they're live. Like when the video goes to just being an ordinary video, I don't see it anymore. So you have to save it for me. What's going on, Chad? I'm just live streaming here for a little bit. I haven't done one in probably a while, so yeah, cheaper and original. So well, I'll have to try it, I guess. But I think the ones from K&M, well, they're obviously a K&M brand, but I think they still look original somewhat. So alright there. Take it easy there then, 88. IH88. The temperature is probably about 55-ish. It just got done raining a little bit, little sprinkle. Had a good little thunder here and there, and one good lightning bolt come through. But that's about it. Wasn't nothing super insane. Kind of needed the rain anyway. We were kind of in a fire warning anyway a little bit, so what are you gonna do? So yeah, I think a lot of people are getting rain. It seems like it. I can tell you the ones that could use all the rain right now is California. It seems like they could use a lot of it. So, but, you know, what are you gonna do? So nothing going on for radio. So yeah, you're not too far away from here then. Oh, and you missed a little buck deer, or a male deer go by here too. So yeah, California always seems to have it rough. I don't know why. It's just, you know, it seems like a nice state, but I wonder if I'd ever want to live there, you know, with the kind of conditions they're having. Like, I don't mind that it's dry, you know. I mean, because I like the dryness. I don't like rain, and I definitely don't like the snow and the cold. But California just seems to have way too many fires, and you know, and you can't live anywhere down south because then you get hurricanes left and right. That was weird. So, yeah, too many of those people, that's for bloody sure. Oh, bad connection. That's great. There we go. So, yeah, I don't know where you could live to get away from some, from those things. Honestly, I think we're probably in the best part of the country right now because we don't get a lot. I mean, we get our share of severe weather, but it ain't nothing compared to what other states get, like Oklahoma. We don't get hurricanes. We don't get that kind. We don't get wildfires. But I don't know. We do get our share of snowstorms, that's for sure. So I don't know. I don't know where you could move where you didn't have so much bad weather all the time. you know. So. Oh yeah, the leaves are definitely getting done. The only ones that still have leaves they're like the little baby trees. Like there's that little yellow guy over here, and there's still a couple of green ones over here. There's one right there. Yeah. Ooh, there's some truckers coming in. So, yeah, we're pretty much I think I've chopped leaves probably at least 4 times already since we started. I think I'll be on my 4th or 5th one here in the next couple of days. So, but yeah, I mean the trees when they fell in a hell of a hurry. It's just like the trees just exploded, and the leaves just all come off at once. So, yeah, and then the grass is dying off, you can see that, so. Yeah, we've already had some frost. Not too bad, though. I think we've had it once or twice now. I think it was just enough that it probably would kill plants, like flowers or anything in your gardens. It's probably just enough to kill it. But we haven't had it in the last, I don't know, week or two, but well, no, a little longer than that because we did have a good week there in the 70s, 70 plus, and then that lasted all for about 4 days and it's back to being cool again. So, hey, next week. That sounds like fucking fun. Yeah, or it's just they're talking snow next. I think was it next week or the week after? A little bit of snow. So, I'm not looking forward to that. But I don't think it's gonna stay though. So, yeah, I think one day it got almost 70. 78 here too, but not quite. If you were further south, even probably just by an hour, it probably would be about 85. So, I don't know. I got any beer? Nope. No, I didn't know if I really wanted to live stream here or not. I was thinking about doing it in the shop, but I figured I'd just try it here for a little bit, because who knows when I'll be live streaming again, if at all. If I do, it'll probably be in my house, but how rarely ever will I do that? So, no, I'm just sitting here chilling a little bit, live streaming and talking about shit. So yeah, it's pretty light. The sun goes down by 7 o'clock. So once we set the clocks back or whatever the hell it is, it'll be 6 o'clock. So yeah, I never thought of doing that last year, live streaming those snowstorms, because sometimes we can get them pretty bad, and bad enough that worst storm we've had that actually cut the power would have been back back in probably 97, I think, is when the last time we actually had a storm that big that it actually ripped buildings apart and cut power lines and, you know, and whatnot. But back then, my great-grandma was still alive, and she knew how to use the wood stove in her house, so... Why would you want to get snow? I don't want snow. I was actually kind of hoping that we'd get one of those years where we don't get snow, or very little of it. Because I think it was last year or the year before, I only had to plow probably 3 or 4 times that whole entire year. So, oh yeah, you plow for a living? Well, that would probably put a big dent in your pocket then for sure. But if you wanted to do it, you know, more often, you might want to move a little bit more north. Well, around here anyway. So, plow for the city. That's not too bad. Since you work for the city, can't you buy like the stuff that they're getting rid of? Or I suppose you'd have to go to an auction, I suppose. Because that's where... Because the young guy that farms our land, he got that orange truck. That used to be a snow plow for the state. And wherever he bought it from, I don't know. But it used to be a state truck at one time. I don't know if he bought it at an auction or what. So... yeah. I think last year was maybe the second worst storm we've had since I moved into my house. It was so bad, in fact, that I couldn't plow snow with Big Red. So I had to get the John Deere blower down here and blow it out, all my driveways and stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not too sure where the guy got his truck from, but he said it was a state plow truck at one time. He just took the plow off and the box off, and he welded on that fifth wheel hitch thing, and then he can pull his flatbed trailer with it. So, which just turned out to be a pretty good truck, but she's getting worn out too. She needs a new cab. So, but it's a pretty good truck though, I think. Sounds good. But I don't really want snow. So hopefully most of it will go your way then. So, I wonder how much those trucks go for. I suppose not a lot. I suppose depending on how many miles, but because some of those you can find them on truckpaper.com too. You see a few of those state trucks for sale on there, and I don't know. They usually ask okay prices for them. So again, depending on their condition and whatnot too. There's nobody talking. God, talk. Somebody talk on this radio. Frick. Oh, it's kind of cloudy out, so the range is kind of down. Oh, there's some deer way over there. They're going to be scared when I come pulling out. So, yeah, that's some good money right there. I mean, I probably would plow, you know, but even just starting my own company and like plowing out driveways and whatnot, it'd be okay. But the thing with that is, I don't have the proper equipment to do that. And there's already companies here that do that. So if I wanted to start my own business like that, I'd have to go to a major city and do it there. Because they're probably always looking for new businesses down there, you know, where there's more people and more businesses and crap. So never could do it around here because there's already too many of them around here, and There's no point. So, oh well. So, but yeah. The only reason why I don't like plowing snow is because plowing with bigger heads is a pain in the ass. And you get over a foot of snow, and if it's wet, it's like trying to move concrete, solid concrete. It's pretty hard on the machine. So, kind of wouldn't mind finding a good blower or something. So, for I guess either the 15A6 or whatever. So. So, yeah, 76,000 miles isn't really nothing for a truck. Not for a diesel, anyway. So, yeah, if you guys need it, and if it's within your ballpark, I'd probably try to go get it. You know, if you guys are looking for another rig. So, but yeah. The young guy said he's got another truck too up at his place. It's the same. It's 1 year newer than his International, but it's a GMC. So, not really too sure on how good those automatic transmissions would be. I suppose for plowing snow they'd be alright, but if you're trying to use them to haul bales or heavy loads, I don't think you'd get too far on them. They wouldn't last, I don't think. But I don't know if you can get them. If you can get them built heavy enough, I suppose they'd be fine. So, you know, solid's better than weak. So, I think Allison transmissions, I think they were the ones that caused a lot of problems. Because isn't that what Dodge uses? Or did they use a different brand? I'm trying to remember now. I don't remember, but that's the one thing people didn't like about Dodge, was their transmissions were shit. They're not big enough compared to Fords, where they're, you know, 6 feet long. So, I don't know. Your best bet would be to get a Ford F-250 or bigger for plowing snow or hauling heavy loads or whatever. So, what the hell does Dodge use? I thought they used Allison too. Or I don't know. I'm not on. I don't have internet, so I can't really look it up. But apparently they're not much good. But I don't know. I wouldn't mind them. But then again, who wants to deal with Dodge's problems all the time? I've seen it all over YouTube. So. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just, I wish I knew, but I don't. Shit. Well, they're shit anyway. That's the problem. They're shit. So, a lot of people didn't like them. But, you know, whatever. It's what it is. It is what it is. I mean, the bottom line is just get a vehicle that you like, and that's been working for you. If Ford's been working for you, stick with them then. So, you know, we've had Chevy pickups on our farm. Now, they're not diesels, they're gas. You know, they're the light duty kind, but they've been used and abused like they were a diesel, you know, pulling heavy loads that they shouldn't have been doing, and you know, they worked. So, hello. So, no, I don't have a gun. That's in the works as well. I do have my knife. I've yet to see any wolves down, or what did you say? Wolves or yeah, wolves. I haven't seen any down here, but I know they're down here. And we don't have any bear around here, but they are making their move. So, because apparently a guy not too far south from here, it's probably about an hour drive, a little bit less than that probably, and he shot an 800-pound bear. I guess it was bear hunting season when he did that. So deer hunting season don't start until November-ish sometime. So yeah. Yeah, I don't really know too much about the newer trucks, the new Chevys. I like the neighbors, like the neighbor behind us. Well, they're no longer here, but they left their truck here. It's for sale. I think it was a 2012, but it's got some minor issues as well. But what they want for it, I don't really know. But it'd be a good, it'd be a good starter truck. Let's put it that way. So, but I like the older trucks better. I like the square body ones, from Chevy. The square bodied type of trucks. We have one. That was our first truck. It was that blue one, the Big 10, and the long box. And we drove the piss out of that damn truck. That truck is so wore right out that it probably wouldn't be worth to fix it up. So, but I'm actually going to probably get it going. It's only a 2-wheel drive, so it's... What the fuck was that? It's only a 2-wheel drive, so it wouldn't be very good for anything around here, but I think it does leak. The transmission leaks oil. No big deal. Probably just put a new gasket on it and it'd be fine. Not too sure about the engine, but I was thinking of maybe turning that pickup into our sprayer rig for spraying. Because I really don't start spraying until about June anyway, so by June it's pretty dry out. So it'd be good to spray that Roundup in the fields and whatnot, so... Yeah. So... Yeah, I don't really care for the, that shit either. So... I think the only time you'd probably ever want that, where it shuts some of those cylinders down is probably when you're on the highway. That's the only time I could, like when you're driving a long freaking distance, Maybe that's the only time you'd want that. But hauling heavy loads, you wouldn't want that. But it should be hooked up to a computer telling it when you need it and when you don't need it. But they probably do, but I think they will also cause probably a lot of issues. Because they're junk. Because everything's made in China. And China does not make any good parts. I hear people yelling. So that's why I never cared for much for the those newer trucks. So there's nothing going on in the freaking radios. So yeah. For me, I think I'd rather prefer a diesel. But if you're gonna get a diesel, you gotta make sure you get a good truck too. So probably rather stick with Dodge, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, that's probably not a good thing for him then. Yeah, I bet you 10 the one that's probably a way to override that. I mean, take it to Gas Monkey Garage, they'd probably figure it out. They made a Hellcat run without its original wiring. With less wiring than it needs. So, yeah, Darkness is, she's coming in fast. So I'm not going to stay with her too much longer. I've already been with her for almost an hour. One thing I got to do yet too is I got to still take my gate out. It's still down here, so. Well, wait till after the warranty is over with. I mean, what? The warranty only lasts for so long. So, you know, just I guess ride it out, you know, or just don't drive it then, I guess, really. You know, and then once the warranty is gone, fuck it, you can do whatever the hell you want to it then at that point. Figured I'd take that goddamn engine out and stick a goddamn Cummins in it. Or a Duramax or something. Something that's more reliable, you could say. So yeah. Yeah, she still is. They're living down in Florida now. Because of their freaking stupidness, they like to move. So, yeah. Well, that was kind of... The only reason I kind of liked it when she was around was because she was my transport for long distance. Because my grandma can't drive in the cities. I can't drive in the cities. My mom can't. And we don't really have anybody else around here to do that for us. That was the only way I was able to go and take the 1586 for a test drive and look it over when it was sitting at the dealer. Is when she was here. So, she's the one that took me down fucking almost 3 hours south, one way yet, just to go look at a damn tractor. So if I need another... I mean, how long she'll live down there, who knows? I mean, they live somewhere for maybe a maximum of 3 years, and then they move back here. I don't know. It's just stupid. Like, that was from one of her old friends. They liked black people. So, and there's actually a couple other girls here and on the North Dakota side in that town too that they're dating black people as well. So she got into that, I guess, through them. She did like white people, you know, back when she was younger. So I don't know. That's her life. Let her do her own fucking thing, and I'm gonna do my own thing. So her thing is the city life, and my thing is the country life. You know, I don't like the city life. It's too noisy and too crowded, and shit just hits the fan too quick there. You know, you got a lot of fucking Christ. Things go south very quick in the damn city. Quit complaining of freaking dark or freaking phone. So. Yeah, well, the problem with black people, from what I've heard anyway, I mean, you hear shit all the time. Black people like to use the white women. They just use them. You know. So, if that's true, I don't know. I mean, if it is, it is. If it ain't, it ain't. But that's pretty much what I've heard. So, this one claims that he was in the army for a while, and then they discharged him for whatever reasons. So, I don't know. And pretty much that's what he does too. He takes her car when see, the way my sister's working now, she's still working at her job here, but she's doing it at home down in Florida where she lives now. But since she doesn't really have nowhere to go, you know, that fucktard has to get out and get a job. So I'm pretty sure he's taking her car. So, you know, yeah. Well, he's already been, he got pulled over by the cops. Well, he got arrested, actually, once. Because, he ran a red light, even though it was only, like, a couple seconds. The cop was right behind him, too. And he says, well, geez, if you just would have waited 2 more seconds, the damn light was turning green. So, he, ran the red light. And then he lied to the cops. So this one's kind of pointless too. That car's driving awful slow. Probably checking out my land to see if they can hunt over here during the night. So yeah, I don't know. Whatever, she wants to put up with that kind of people. Let her. She's always had those kind of people around her life anyway. So what are you gonna do? So, whatever. Frick it. I ain't gonna care. So, yeah, she's dark, man. Look at that. She is dark here already. I don't even know what time it is. So this clock on the 4-wheeler is off. Oh, it's probably close to 7. So, I don't know. Sounds like a little garden tractor. That's interesting. So, yeah. Not quite, but it's getting there. Just give it about 10 more minutes. Then we'll be talking about darkness. There is just nobody freaking talking. It's unreal. Damn clouds. So. Oh well. Just turn that on. Turn that on, I guess. So yeah, I'm probably gonna be taking off here in the next few minutes, guys. I've been here long enough, and figured I just see what's going on in the YouTube land. And is this full screen? Are you guys seeing this video full screen? So there was CB chatter earlier, but they were all Mexicans. On 3 different channels. Well, 2 actually. They moved. So it's full screen now, huh? Well, my phone, YouTube did an update here now, and I'm using my phone, and I can actually be full screen now. Before it was that narrow screen bullshit. Never liked it. I like the full screen stuff better. So, but yeah, it's nice to see now that they fixed that. So. And I can still see the comments roll through too, so that's nice. Why didn't think of that a long time ago? I don't know. It's like some phones had it and this phone didn't, so. But they updated the YouTube app on my phone, and now I get that. Plus some other features, so. But yeah, there's no CB chatter. Like I said, besides those Mexicans that I heard earlier. So it's kind of shocking because I know Big Red can get out real far, even further than the house radio. And usually when I'm sitting out here in the middle of nowhere, I can usually pick up all kinds of stuff, but I'm not picking up a damn thing tonight. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't even know how much longer I'm going to keep CB radios. I might be switching over to what are they, GMRs radios? I don't know, we'll see, but it's just, you know, I don't know what I'm getting for range in the house CB. I can't talk to the truckers at the truck stop. Whereas probably on Big Red, I'd probably be able to. So, but at the house radio, no. For some reason, it's like it can't pierce these damn trees. It's stupid. So, but it goes to the end of town. So, well, GMR radios. I forget what the real term of that is. But that's the short term of it. They're like walkie-talkies. They're radios, but you have more options and you have more channels, and they're not cheaper, that's for sure. They're more expensive, but basically, you get, from what I've found out anyway, you get 15 channels for free. You know, and that's, I think that's low power. And then when you want to go up from, 15 up to whatever, that's high power. And then once you get into high power, you need a license to use them, because it's just like ham radios. You need a license to use them. But the kicker with GMR radios is that I can go get the license and not take a damn test. I can just fill out a form on the FCC website, pay $75 to $85, and it's good for the whole entire fucking family. I can be the one that holds the license, but my whole entire family can use the radio systems. So, but I want to get the 40-watt radios, not the little 5-watt ones, because they're pointless. So. As far as I know, truckers don't use them. They just stick to CB radios, or they use cell phones. So, the thing with the GMR radios is apparently now they have more range than a CB radio. But that's if you have very little crap in the way. So, but GMR radios, they're a little bit smaller and they have more power. You know, like the radio on Big Red, this thing. Legally, you can only pull 4 watts. That's it, legally. Anything over that, then you're illegal and you shouldn't be using them. But a lot of people do it anyway. With GMR radios and ham radios, you can go over that limit and, use higher power. So, get more range. Have more channels. So, well, most truckers have CB radios. I don't know if all do. You should, because, if you should have a problem or if you should see something, you can report it further down the line. So you'll get good range on a CB radio when there's, when you're in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. Like on Big Red, like I said, I get good range on Big Red's radio, but the one in the house I don't. And that antenna is rated for 15 fucking miles. But it's like I'm not getting over to North Dakota because I'm not able to hear any truckers, or I can't talk to any truckers. They can't hear me. But if I was to talk on Big Red, they probably would hear me. So, and this is not really an ideal setup either. So, well, if you want radios in your car, you would have to buy them. So, oh yeah, another thing too about GMR radios. Now, they're like ham radios, like I said, but you can use repeater towers. Like ham radios, you can use repeater towers. With CB radios, there are no repeater towers. So, however far I can talk out on this thing, that's it. I can't. That's as far as I can go. So, unless I went with a bigger antenna, but you can only get out so far with those kind of radios, or with those kind of, antennas. You can kind of see the steel whip sticking up, but you're not going to get very far. Compared to GMR and ham radios, if you can find a repeater tower close enough, what that does is it grabs your signal, your voice and whatever, and it repeats it, shoots it out further. That's why they call it a repeater tower. So, because it takes your weak signal and gives it more power, kind of like, and shoots it further out. So instead of talking 50 miles, you could probably talk 100 miles, if you're using those repeater channels, which I believe is on the high end of the radio. So if we have repeater towers around here, I don't know, I doubt it, but we should get plenty of good range without it anyway. So Am I ghost hunting? No, not tonight. I probably will in a little while, maybe like in a few days or something. So, nope, not doing that tonight. So, I don't really know how well that went over on YouTube. I don't know if many people liked it or not, but I figured it would just be something fun to try. I don't know what people thought of it, but it is what it is. So, man, she is dark here. You guys can't even see me, so yeah. Well, if you want some real good hunting, ghost hunting videos, I can point you in the right direction of 2 channels. So, if I had the links, I'd give them to you, but I don't. So, their shit is creepy. So, yeah, I should. I also should be working on my Halloween video, you know, for upload on the 31st or whatever. I did one last year and I did one the year before, but I'm running out of material. So, I'll find something. I always find something, I guess, to do for Halloween, but it's whatever it is. But we'll think of something. But yeah, I probably will. I don't know, maybe that will be my Halloween video. What do you think? Just do some ghost hunting, I guess. That probably wouldn't be too bad, but I wish I could find more areas besides my shop all the freaking time. And I guess I could come down here and do a little bit, but I don't want to be down here when it's dark. So, cause it's black. It's black now and I want to go home. So, Mother's probably wondering where I'm at, but you know, whatever. But yeah. So, yeah, that would be cool. So, and the only way you're seeing me, really, is, well, now it disappeared, but whenever a comment would pop up, see the white would show up, and that would give me light. So, alright, Chad, I'm going to take off too then. I'm going to go and get some other things done. So yeah. So anyways, guys, I'm going to take off. So I guess have a good day and stuff. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Take her easy.